It's a bunch of white-faced men in the name of justice. They keep their heads down all day long looking for a fun time. Suddenly there's a scream in their ears. It's like they've discovered a new continent. Instantly, they were all excited. They followed the scent and swarmed around. But it turned out to be just a fallen ant. They took a closer look. They didn't find the fun they were looking for. They turned around and left with disappointment. At that moment, they heard a loud noise. The crowd got excited again and crowded around again. This time, they saw a luxury car and a motorized cart. Next to it, a rich man wearing a gold necklace was dragging a thin man. The man's arm was obviously bruised. Seeing the scene in front of them, the white-faced men immediately came to a conclusion. They began to speculate to restore the truth of the matter. The skinny man was riding a battery-operated car when he accidentally hit a luxury car. Then the strong and rich man demanded a huge compensation. When they heard this explanation, they thought it made sense. They turned from white faces to red. They started to accuse and scold the rich man. The rich man tried hard to explain the truth. But the scolding voices didn't give him any chance to explain. At this moment, the skinny man grabbed his bag and was ready to run away. But the rich man dragged him back. While they were still pulling each other, a sinful hand grabbed the rich man's gold chain from behind. The rich man was instantly pressed to the ground. Under the banner of so-called justice. They wanted to seek justice for the skinny man. Amidst their righteous beatings and insults, the rich man's consciousness gradually began to blur. Perhaps they didn't feel satisfied. They turned their attention to the rich man's luxury car. They thought they were doing the right thing. They vandalized the car to take revenge. As if they were the victims themselves. Then they got more people involved. At that moment, a middle-aged man seemed to have sensed something. He put on a red mask for no reason. He also found his own amusement. He pushed his way into the crowd and started telling the rich man what to do. Even a cute kid puts on a red mask and starts to do justice. Away from the crowd sat a group of red-masked men. With their cell phones, they're frantically spreading the word on the internet. As the story continues to unfold, there was no escape for the rich man. Wherever he goes, he lived under the spit of the righteous. In the end, the rich man collapsed. Just then the woman who fell down stepped forward. She grabbed the bag from the skinny man. After checking that the contents of the bag were intact, she told the truth. It turns out that when the woman was crossing the traffic light, the skinny guy on an electric bike snatched her bag. This scene was just seen by the rich man. He didn't hesitate to hit him with his car. He just got out of the car and caught him. And was seen by a group of spectators. That's why the beginning of the scene. As the truth is revealed. The police also released a clarification video. They praised the rich man for his bravery. And sent a wreath as a token of respect. And the red-faced heroes became white-faced. They applauded and praised the rich man's body. When the coroner confirmed that the rich man was killed by them, they turned around to observe a moment of silence. But at the same time, they smelled the smell of blood. Their faces turned red. They turned on the skinny guy again. They're still doing the same thing. They began an endless tirade on the internet. At that moment, a passerby crushed an ant on his body. Next to face him will be a group of red-masked vigilantes. This short movie shows us, praise can be spoken out of turn. But we must think twice about what we say. We can't interfere with others. But we can control ourselves not to go with the flow.